There will be no intro. There will never be an intro. Stop asking for intros. No one asked for intros.
Decoy Voice.
Yeah, this is the Decoy Voice. I think this one's covering the National Guardsmen who were tragically shot by a terrorist who was not supposed to be in this country. It's my understanding that they had overstayed their visa and probably should have been deported. Very sad.
Satujny.
My goodness. TTS is having a day. My goodness. All right. So, it's a very serious topic. Kind of a downer. Yeah. I don't know what I can really add that I haven't seen others already talk about, but I'll give my thoughts. But yeah. Time for Decoy Voice.
In Washington, D.C., 2 National Guardsmen were shot point blank, currently in critical condition. But before any information was released...
Okay, maybe I'm just out of the loop. I thought they were killed. Oh, well, you might have to censor that one. I thought it was lethal, but if it's not, then good. I'm glad they're alive. Okay.
Decoy Voice's video is a bit outdated.
Yeah, okay. I know that the updates on this were rolling in hot and fast, so yeah. So they've confirmed who the shooter was, and let's just say I'm very, very annoyed that they were even allowed to be in the country.
MSNBC immediately tries to blame the victims.
There's so much controversy happening in the United States right now with ICE, who are also wearing uniforms and wearing masks.
Why are they like this? Why are they like this? Can we not have just the facts reported?
It's like it's second nature to them.
It really is though. Like they can't handle telling the truth, apparently. MSNBC, like, oh, we gotta blame the people who were deployed there. Like, it was a lawful order. What are they supposed to do? It's so dumb to me that they want to blame the victims of this just for being there.
Tragedy and see an opportunity. Disgusting.
Yeah, you don't hate journalists enough. That's all I'm gonna say. At least the mainstream ones.
And so there's you don't know people walking around with uniforms
This guy's actually kind of annoying me. Whoever's making this report, he is stuttering around this, tiptoeing around it, because he's got to find a way to blame the National Guard for being present in Washington, D.C. The reason they were even there was because the mayor is incompetent. Like, they were letting crime run rampant. It's like, if you're the mayor, what's one of your jobs? I don't know, maybe try to minimize a bit of crime? Yeah?
Yeah, they obviously want to frame it as Trump's fault.
Yeah, it's more like the blame lies, I think, primarily with the shooter, personally, for being that guy, you know? But the media just doesn't learn. The mainstream media does not learn. They do not want to learn. All they want is to get their headlines and make Republicans look bad. It's infuriating. Like, yes, Republicans are always the problem, and it's not, media bias.
In American City, there are some Americans that might object to that, and so apparently this shooting has happened.
No matter how much you hate the mainstream media, you don't hate them enough. As the more you know
Agreed. Base Decoy Voice.
About this tragedy, the worse it gets for everybody, where the attack appears to be terror-related.
There's some reports that he shouted
glasses.
Allahu Akbar, a phrase that we've become painfully familiar with.
Why is it that Fox News is the one that reports the facts? Yeah, I know, right? I think it's kind of relevant that the dude yelled that before opening fire. I think that is relevant info. Why would you withhold that? What's that Norm Macdonald's quote? It's like, yes, my greatest concern after a major terrorist attack is, oh no, what will this do to all the peaceful Muslims?
I think that might be a motive. Just maybe.
Yeah, just maybe. I think it's incredibly relevant to talk about. I don't know why they don't. Mainstream media, if trust is a currency, they are bankrupt. You know what I mean?
As President Trump places the blame on Biden.
We are filled with anguish and grief for those who were shot. We're also filled with righteous anger and ferocious resolve. I am determined to ensure that the animal who perpetrated this atrocity pays the steepest possible price.
I think the steepest possible price is deportation, unfortunately, because they're a foreign national. Although I think it should be treated.
I do think it's Biden's fault for taking in Afghanistan refugees unvetted instead of American citizens.
Yeah. It would have been fine if we'd taken in, vetted refugees and prioritized our citizens, but guess who didn't do that? It was a botched withdrawal. That's a whole separate thing. I don't know if Decoy Voice is going to get into that, but I guess I'll cover it if he doesn't. I think he's more covering the fallout of the situation. Yeah. Yeah.
The Department of Homeland Security is confident that the suspect in custody is a foreigner who entered our country from Afghanistan. He was flown in by the Biden administration in September 2021 on those infamous flights that everybody was talking about.
And even CNN admits this is correct.
It appears that he immigrated here into the United States in 2021 as part of the operation to bring Afghanis who had worked with or assisted the United States government.
A special immigrant visa program, SIV program.
Right, exactly. This was the Allies Welcome Program.
CNN seems so reluctant to admit this, as letting the shooter in during Operation Allies Welcome places the blame solely on Biden, as Allies Welcome sounds positive if you're actually vetting the individuals being admitted into America. But back in 2021, CNN ran the Facts First headline that they're not letting in unvetted refugees.
So they just lied. They were clearly unvetted. Oh my goodness. All you had to do was run a background check.
Not news.
It's really not. Yeah, no.
Tell me something we don't already know.
Breaking news, CNN lied. And the world went... Yeah, that's just what they do. CNN do not tell the truth. At all. I don't think I've seen a less reputable news source than CNN. Maybe InfoWars on a bad day. Like if Alex is off his meds, but I mean, yeesh. Like, oh my goodness. The Babylon Bee has more accurate headlines than this.
Alex off his meds is hilarious, though.
He is. But yeah, no, the Babylon Bee has more accurate headlines.
That's where you get the frogs being gay stuff.
True, when we also get the, the donkey mask with the lizard mask underneath kind of thing. Yeah, Alex Jones is kind of wild. Love him to death, but my goodness. Yeah.
Babylon Bee accidentally has more accurate headlines.
Yeah, they really do. I don't know if I'm like this one's bad for the cortisol levels, gotta be honest.
It's originally satire, but becomes reality.
They just need to stop posting, maybe. Maybe then sanity can return, but instead their comedy turns into reality, and then it's not funny anymore. Used to love reading their stuff, but my goodness. It comes true too fast. Like they manifested or something, I don't know. Alright.
Biden's press secretary parroted this lie.
Previous arrivals of large numbers of refugees from different parts of the world, inevitably there may be
this lady.
Who are eventually
I don't miss her.
Security risk of some kind. What reassurances can you make?
I can absolutely assure you that no one is coming into the United States of America who has not been through a thorough screening. And
so who else wants to get paid six figures to just lie? I mean, she looks like a Karen. She looks like a Karen. She sounds like a Karen. And she's probably a Karen. Apex Karen right here.
She has the same sort of intonation as Kamala.
Why'd you say that? I'm not gonna be able to unhear that now. I don't like her. I think she got paid like easily over $100,000 a month or a year. $100,000 a year to just lie to the American public on behalf of the Biden administration. Thing is, I don't even think Biden was in charge. I don't know who was running the country during that time.
That's 4 times as much as I make.
Like I feel bad for Joe Biden in a way, because I think he wasn't in his own faculties to run the country. They forced him into the situation for a political win, and then whoever was his handler ran the country. Anyway, Jen Psaki was paid too much to tell too little of the truth. I think all press secretaries have to lie as a part of their job, just because I don't think any administration wants the full truth out there. I would rather have a press secretary say I'm not allowed to talk about that than to just outright lie, though, you know? Oh,
Is
yeah.
she wearing shoulder pads?
She's definitely wearing shoulder pads. Vegeta, look! A Pokemon! She's wearing that Saiyan armor underneath her jacket. All right.
Background check process.
Where Biden's Homeland Security Secretary couldn't verify if they were being vetted.
Of those that are evacuated, how many
Do you need a drink?
before they got on the plane?
Senator, it is our policy to...
That's a simple question. How many of them were vetted before they got on the plane?
Out of Afghanistan?
Yeah.
Cannot speak to that, but it is our policy...
So you can't tell us how many people were vetted before they got on the plane to come to America?
To the United States, it is our policy to vet and screen 100% of them.
So 100% of those people that got on the plane were vetted. That's your testimony under oath?
It is our policy to do so.
That's not, I don't care what your policy is.
Mayorkas is trying... Oh my goodness. Mayorkas is trying so hard not to commit perjury. He was trying so hard. Oh, man. That's... My goodness.
0 people.
Yeah, 0 people were vetted 100% of the time. So if we aimed for 0 and we hit 0, that's 100% accuracy. Right? That's how that works?
But it's their policy.
We shall policy. Why? Good lord. Ugh. Stand these people. Can't stand them at all.
Vetted before they got on the plane. Do you know the answer? I'm talking about people that got on the plane in Kabul airport.
No, I can't speak to that.
Well, that's okay. Good.
And a Republican senator actually confirmed they were just packing the planes full.
Okay, hang on. Flashback email obtained by Josh Hawley. Okay. Those Biden admin ordered them to fill up airplanes, Afghan refugees. Even without vetting them, troops on the ground said they were shocked by Biden's failure to vet these Afghanis before bringing them into our country. Okay.
Weren't there people trying to grab onto the plane's wheels?
Think so, yeah. They wanted out. Forward presidential directive. I can't read that. Unclassified. From Gregory Floyd. Wednesday, August 18th, 2020, like 2021. Presidential directive. Team. President Biden phoned Ambassador Wilson with the following directives about who to clear to board evacuation flights. 1. Anyone with a valid form of ID should be given permission to go on the plane. If that person plausibly falls into the categories, we will evacuate U.S. citizens and LPRs plus their immediate families, LES plus their immediate families, those entitled to an SIV, and Afghanis at risk. 2. Families including women and children should be allowed through and held to fill our planes. 3. Total inflow to the U.S. must exceed the number of seats available. Err on the side of excess. Your guidance provides clear discretion and direction to fill seats and provide special considerations for women and children when we have seats. I expect that C-17 flight volume will increase. Thank you, Greg. Okay. Right. Why? Why was this directive given the way it was? Genuinely, I do not understand.
But later, that DHS head said he was proud of this.
Congressman, you're referring to what we termed Operation Allies Welcome, a program that we are very proud of, that we instituted to provide refuge for individuals.
Proud to bring in a guy that would later shoot 2 members of our military on American soil. But sadly, that wasn't even the worst part about that, as during Operation Allies Welcome, what were thought to be families were actually...
Wait. Sorry, I saw this headline and I was like, huh? Growing fears child brides brought to the U.S. in Afghan evacuation. Oh, no.
Bet he isn't proud anymore.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't like that.
That's not good.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. Child brides. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. And people say that no culture is better than the other. I think that there are objective measures to say that cultures that do not bring in child brides are better. Like, cultures without child brides are better than cultures with child brides.
Relativism leads to this.
Yes, almost certainly. All right. Yeah.
Operation Allies Welcome, what were thought to be families, were actually scumbags with several child brides. And even from the officials, were actually...
U.S. officials are looking into reports that elderly Afghan men were permitted to evacuate with young girls they claimed as wives, with some of the purported child brides brought to an army base in Wisconsin, according to reports. What? Why would they allow this?
With several child brides. And even from the official State Department.
All right, this is a briefing with senior U.S. government officials on the Operation Allies Welcome relocation assistance efforts for non-SIV holders. Huh? Wait, they brought in people who weren't holders of the visa? Why?
Website when they asked them, what is their policy when this atrocity?
Okay, I just wanted to follow up on something you guys mentioned at the top of the measles might have been diagnosed. How? Oh, they might have brought the measles too. Oh no. Yeah, this was a very bad idea. Who structured this? I guess TTS did not want to read that. Probably for good reason. But it's not good. That's not good. And then the second question, on the issue of child brides, the concerns have been expressed at State Department memos. What are you doing? What are you doing? Or what is the policy when you find situations where you suspect there may be a child bride who has come with an adult Afghan person? What do you do about those people? God, 30-6? I don't know. Jeez. I don't know if TTS is just refusing, but it does not like what you're saying. I'll have to check they probably called it violent, but yeah, it doesn't like it. It does not like it. But yeah, no, I would say, how about we don't let grooms of child bride come in the country? Yeah, no, that would be nice.
He is discovered. They initially went on a long tangent about quarantines and vaccines, only to finally reply. When we are notified, we look at their history, how old the kid is, the length of their marriage, and make case-by-case recommendations. How hard is it
I'll try to fix it later.
When we discover this, we put the man in prison forever and save the kids, unless it isn't what you did. As this is a terrifying reality of Biden's Operation Allies Welcome that the media conveniently swept under the rug. And all for what? I think this is because it's what they wanted to happen in D.C. And if they had to assist a couple scumbags married to kids, that was a sacrifice they were somehow willing to make. As the Democrats have been desperate to get the National Guard attacked, constantly villainizing them for being in D.C.
At the National Guard.
Why are they letting them fly that flag behind them? That's not the American flag.
And the military occupation is the first step into rounding black people up and putting them in detainment camps.
I think so. Is that an African flag? I guess. I'm not reading that, but I mean, I could look it up real quick. Let me do it on the off monitor. All right. Libya. No, that's not the Libyan flag. Excuse me. An African flag. Why? Oh my goodness, that's like the Hebrew Israelites. Oh, you're right. What is it exactly? Known as the Afro-American flag, Black Liberation flag. Okay. It's black nationalism. Got it. Okay. I have thoughts on this, but I can't say them because I'll get banned.
TDS test.
It's back. Okay. I guess it just didn't like what you were saying.
I think the flag is dumb.
Fair enough. Checking the moderation right now. Oh yeah, it was mad at you.
Yay, free speech is back, baby.
Yeah, just no calls for even, I guess, legal violence. All right. But yeah, no, so this guy's giving the speech in front of this flag. I don't know if he's an elected official or what, but whoever he is, he's clearly stirring the pot.
Here in Washington, D.C. and around the United States of America.
Making the outrageous claim that they will attack American civilians.
It makes me incredibly nervous that we're about to see people in law enforcement, people in uniform military, get nervous, get stressed, shoot at American civilians.
Indirectly comparing our military to Nazis.
They're following unlawful commands from
No.
Donald Trump.
No, that is reckless disregard for the truth, right? Looks like she called. Yeah, probably. I wouldn't put it past her. Yeah. Yeah. I'll let everyone say in chat what I can't say out loud. It's probably because
she looks like she's always nervous.
She got them crazy eyes. You know what I mean? Always in the eyes. All right. Yoy.
If you're committing offenses and your defense is going to be, I was just following orders, you know, that didn't work out so well at Nuremberg.
And even directly.
Okay, referencing Nuremberg. So the trial which the Nazis were prosecuted for their war crimes, totally not an allusion to these guys being Nazis, but whatever. The orders weren't illegal, though. That's the thing. So I don't get where they're getting this. They're saying, it's an illegal order. Trump didn't order anyone to open fire on civilians. I think the order is to enforce the law. Okay, little man is making some noise. Yeah, TTS didn't like that one. Yeah, no one's getting put in camps. No one's getting, death marched.
Ha ha ha.
So, why would you be referencing that? Ugh.
Comparing our military to Nazis.
What the president is doing through the Secretary of Defense is creating units, official military units, to, quite frankly, watch the American people. And that's the thing that is absolutely...
No, it's like patrol the streets and to make sure criminals don't just wantonly destroy things. I hate these people.
The Nazis checks notes against the Jews?
It gave the Jews a divine command which must be fulfilled. That's a gias, yeah? Just stop. just stop. Stop trying to circumvent the TTS. I don't want calls for violence coming through TTS.
Abhorrent. It reminds me so much of what happened in Germany in the 1930s.
You can't convince me this attack wasn't their objective, as they've known for a while. When you label your political enemies Nazis, some psycho from their side will try to shoot them. They can't.
See, I don't know if this guy was an avowed leftist. I think he was just a terrorist. Probably a radical of a certain denomination, shall we say. But yeah.
I mean, what's the difference at this point?
One actually has a religion.
We just played Twitch or terrorist.
Fair. One actually believes the religion. The others just kind of use it as a means to get rid of white people.
Kept calling Trump one until they tried to get him multiple times. And horrifyingly, someone actually ended Charlie Kirk. And even me, just replying on Instagram to some YouTuber's post, I got a reply saying,
"Oh, this guy, he needs to take Kenshiro right out of his profile picture."
Charlie Kirk. Sad face.
Me too. Kenshiro is nothing like these people. I reject this person as a fan of Fist of the North Star. How dare you corrupt one of my favorite characters ever?
He is a tough boy.
He is a tough boy. He's a strong man, which apparently makes you a fascist. Oh, no.
He probably didn't even watch the anime.
Probably. My goodness. Yeah, no,
I'm a Nazi.
It's an epidemic.
They're just trying to activate some low information idiot. The Decoy Voice, the Asian immigrant that just wants law and order, somehow makes me a Nazi worthy of being ended. As Elon Musk correctly points out, falsely labeling someone a fascist or Nazi should be treated as incitement to murder. Because that's what actually happens. They know it's a probability, and that's why they keep doing it.
So Tim Pool is actually going over this. He calls it Tweedledee and Tweedledum death threats. One person says, "We should kill X thing." And then someone says, "Oh, look, a thing." Yeah, these are outright calls to violence.
Yeah, that's why I'm always so mad at the left.
It'd be fine if they were just talking policy, but these calls for violence are kind of where I draw the line, you know? I don't want people to get killed. And I'm the crazy one, apparently. Thank goodness.
The scary part is, this isn't limited to politicians, National Guardsmen, or even little-known YouTubers like me. The left is doing this to all of you.
that MAGA symbol has come to represent something. It is the new Nazi symbol.
Was that Joy Reid? I'm so glad she got fired. So dumb.
The PLO to Hamas. They're a dime store front for a...
I can see where his priorities lie. He's got that pop shelf, Black Panther mug.
He'll give grace and say that some of them just think they're being hyperbolic.
They think they're being hyperbolic. Hyperbole is no excuse.
But it's legitimately dangerous.
It really is.
Terrorist movements.
The Republican Party is basically a domestic terrorist cell at this point.
Wait, what? The Republicans? But we're not the ones setting up snipers. Really?
And they should be treated as such.
They're a white nationalist movement. They're a fascist threat to our
Good
nation.
grief.
There is no alternative right now because the
Supports
Republican Party
terrorists
project
but calls Republicans terrorists?
Yeah, I know.
today is a fascist authoritarian project.
Trump's modern-day Gestapo is scooping.
He can't even say Gestapo. Also, I think Gestapo is the Italian fascists, not the Nazis. Pretty sure the SS was the secret place for the Nazis, and the Gestapo was that, but for Italy at the time.
Sounds like a food LOL.
Gestapo. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. All I know is these people are historically illiterate and economically illiterate, so.
Sounds like gumbo.
Gumbo. Gumbo.
Picking folks up off the streets. They're in unmarked vans, wearing masks, being shipped off to foreign torture dungeons.
Foreign torture? What? Usually they just get sent home. I guess some of these countries are so bad you could call them foreign torture dungeons, but that's kind of mean, Tim. Tim Waltz. Tampon Tim. Yep. Nope.
Yeah, I thought he was a globalist.
Yeah, apparently not. He's only a globalist when it means letting other people into the country.
Calling Mexico a torture dungeon. Nos cham.
It'll probably be better once the Gen Z people take over. Oust their bad president. I'm waiting for updates on that one.
This insane rhetoric of foreign torture dungeons has nothing to do with reality. As if it were true, I'm sure the media will be playing that footage on primetime loop, and the simple fact that they aren't just proves they're not trying to save illegals from dungeons. They're just trying to dehumanize anybody that doesn't buy their lies. So much that even Americans are taking to social media to celebrate war soldiers being shot.
This guy, okay, hang on.
Trying to dehumanize anybody. Media.
Does this guy not look like someone who would be probably in jail? I think he's probably a gang member. So why are we taking his word for anything?
To celebrate war soldiers being shot.
They don't care about optics.
He's a thug.
Even calling this getting kirked, as in Charlie Kirk.
Shout out to the Patriot who kirked two.
I can't with these people. I genuinely can't. Yeah. Wow. Wow, indeed.
Jail.
Yeah, we need to. See, this is why I didn't care that they were getting canceled. Stuff like this.
Yeah, I would not take someone looking like that seriously.
You've got a major delay going on there. Oh man.
Federal agents near the White House. This is exactly dealing with violent dictatorships. Hopefully they'll think twice about
encouraging violence. Oh my goodness.
Which honestly sounds like a direct response
Don Lemon.
to what that has-been CNN commentator called for.
Black people, brown people of all stripes, whether you're an Indian American.
Okay, I think Don Lemon might actually be racist. Like,
I type slow.
Yeah, no, I genuinely think he might be. He's an imbecile for sure, but absolutely racist too. Oh my goodness.
Or a Mexican American or whoever you are, go out and get a gun legally.
He's a failure too.
Yeah, I like how he's saying go get a gun, but don't learn how to use it. Good stuff, Don. I'm sorry, I think I'm starting to get retard fatigue.
I don't think he's ever touched a gun.
I don't think he knows what one looks like. Not for real. It's so bad.
I think he thinks every rifle is automatic.
Probably. You gotta hate those automatic bolt-action guns. My goodness. Those automatic hunting rifles. Whoa. So rough.
Get a license to carry legally. Because when you have people knocking on your door and taking you away without due process as a citizen, isn't that what...
That's not happening. How is he allowed to just lie like this? I don't understand. Why do people just lie? So annoying. It's all power grab. It has to be. People like this, they irritate me.
the Second Amendment was written for.
Well, I mean, they can't get a legal firearm as an illegal immigrant, right?
Yeah, it's true. If you're in the country illegally...
So who the heck is he talking to?
Exactly. He's like, as a legal citizen, they're going to drag you out of your house. It's like, no, that hasn't happened. Unless you have an outstanding warrant. But then you've had due process because you have a warrant. It's like, these people are so stupid. It has to be lies. There's no way it could be just sheer ignorance at this point, right? Oh my goodness.
Sure, he'll play stupid now, as if this isn't exactly what he wanted. But
if that was the case, my mom's green card would be invalid.
Yeah, but green cards mean you're here legally. So it's like this doomsaying nonsense is just so stupid. They need to stop trying to make everything like a catastrophe. It's not that bad.
Your mom could get a gun if she wanted to, LOL.
Yep, green card holders are allowed to have firearms because green card holders are considered legal residents, which means that they are entitled to the protections of the Constitution. If you're not here legally, technically the Constitution doesn't really apply to you. It's a interesting thing when they say there's no due process for the deportations. There really is. The due process is, are you here legally? Yes? Okay. Then we go through court cases to try to figure out what happened. Are you here illegally? If that's the case, you get deported because you're not supposed to be here.
their messaging is just too consistent for me to believe otherwise. Now, this is not a call for anything similar on our side. I just want us to loudly call them out for their insane antics. As a more than
Will do, Decoy Voice, will do. I'm just not very good at Twitter.
they try to justify our own soldiers to be harmed by foreign forces led in by Biden, the more the remaining moderate liberals will finally see them for who they really are.
I hate to break this one to Decoy Voice, but there are no moderates left. All the moderates left. Now they're elsewhere. I actually think that the current political compass is just completely invalid. It doesn't work. It's a self-ID kind of nonsense. Yeah.
All the moderates are center right now.
Like, if you agree with what Bill Clinton was doing in the 90s, then you are center right now. It's kind of silly.
Even my high school friend who was liberal is a center right now. Him and his girlfriend.
Yeah, it's getting kind of nuts. The cultural drift is what's really locking things down. I think it'll correct, but I might just be hopeful. But it's getting stupid. Getting real stupid.
Remember, after Charlie Kirk was assassinated and crazy leftists celebrated on social media,
they couldn't believe the reactions to Charlie Kirk, which changed their minds on lots of things.
Yeah, that seems to have been a pretty common thing noticed. Right. Yeah, sorry, the TTS didn't. Yeah,
and
that guy
could get a gun.
Yeah, the guy was just lying outright. So it's like anyone who understands how legal residency works knows that Don Lemon was just speaking sheer lies.
how many regular Democrat by default types finally realized their side went insane, completely leaving the left forever. As with tragedies like these, I don't necessarily want to plug my channel or even provide lighthearted commentary. I just hope you take this information and share it on Thanksgiving, especially those horrific details about Biden's Operation Allies Welcome, as it definitely happened. The media just pretended it didn't.
Yeah.
In Washington.
Yeah, so that was a good video. Make sure you have the link in the description. Big tragedy, a lot to talk about, and man, I'm just kind of upset at the media for how they covered it.
Decoy Voice is great.
He really is.
Heavy stuff, though.
Yeah. So I hope this person, the one who committed the crime, gets the full force of the law thrown at them, because what they did should be intolerable. Thanks for tuning in, I guess. Goodbye, YouTube.